Are you a buyer who's interested in buying a for sale by owner home, but yet still work with a realtor? Yes, you can. Hold on and we'll get right into that. Hi, this is Kimberly DiPrima, a realtor with Option Realty Group. Today, we're going to answer some of the questions. What are the closing costs? Can I save any money? Can I still use my realtor? I want somebody to advocate for me. How does that happen? Am I at the discretion of whatever the seller tells me? Let's look at some of those questions right now. So you've driven down the street, you see a nice neighborhood you're interested in, maybe you're even with your realtor looking at other homes, and there's a sign in the yard, and it has you wondering, what about that home? I'd like to see that one. What does it look like inside? How do I do it, right? You can still do that with the help of your realtor. But how? Let me tell you a little story about a client that I had. They wanted to move to the area to be close to family. So they were doing all this research online. They found the perfect home. But it's listed for sale by owner, a FSBO. But they wanted to work with a realtor because they knew nothing about buying a home. Let me tell you one of the myths. People think they're going to get a deal when they're buying a for sale by owner home. They think if the seller were to sell it with a realtor on the open market, they would be asking this amount of money. But because they're selling it for sale by owner, they're going to save that commission, right? So they're going to sell it for lesser. And then they're going to split that cost in the middle and that savings for both of them. Sorry, that's not the case. It's just a myth. Usually when somebody's selling a home for sale by owner, they're doing it for one of a number of reasons. And it doesn't usually have anything to do with you, the buyer. It has to do with their motives and why they're selling the home and what money they want out of it. So they're not looking to have you save any money by buying their home. Consequently, most for sale by owner homes are overpriced. So that's why you as a buyer need a buyer's representative, a realtor, looking out for your behalf. They will do a comparable market analysis. Typically, people selling their home for sale by owner are looking at comparables in their area of things that are currently on the market or have currently sold if they're able to find that information. There are factors that need to be taken into consideration, such as any concessions a seller may have made. That may be a FHA buyer, may have been a cash buyer. There are other things to take into consideration when you're looking at comparables. You as the buyer want to make sure you're getting that. So make sure you get a comparable market analysis from your realtor. The other myth is, oh no, me as the buyer, I'm going to have to pay my realtor's fees then, right? Not usually. Usually the realtor can negotiate with that seller to be able to pay their commission to represent you as the buyer. They're still saving money, and they know that when they put their home on the market for sale by owner by not using a listing agent. Most times they'll still use a buyer's agent because they know you are going to come with a realtor, and they will most likely pay that buyer's agent. So don't worry about that. That's another myth. That's something that the agent can negotiate. Another reason to use an agent is so that you know your true costs. Closing fees, they're not always reduced just because you are not using a realtor on the seller's side. In Illinois, there are still title companies. We still advise you to use attorneys. The seller is still going to have to do a survey. All those legal things are still required regardless of whether the seller is using an agent or selling it by themselves. Don't forego the knowledge of an agent helping you. Not only can they do the market analysis, all the different paperwork, all the legalities associated, they bring you the negotiation skills and the expertise while they advocate for you. If you see that sign in the yard or you see that listing in Zillow, don't call that home first. Make sure the agent makes that phone call for you. Otherwise, they won't be working with the agent. But if you decide you're going to go ahead and do that transaction all on your own, a couple things I want you to be aware of. Make sure you know all your true costs, including your attorney fees. They may be a little higher since your attorney is doing more for you that the realtor would normally do. Make sure you understand that you're not having your advocate work for you. So you're working directly with the seller and nobody advocating on your behalf. The other thing I want to make sure you understand is what the home is truly worth. Thanks for watching today. Looking forward to talking with you again soon. Have a great day and God bless.